Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, me and my teammates would like to present about strengths and weaknesses of 5 dominant parties in Malaysia.
A dominant party system, often called a one-party dominating system, is a political phenomenon which is one of the political party continuously surpasses other opposition group or party in election result. In this system, the ruling party either control or suppresses all other group in the sake of national unity and growth. In Malaysia, we have 5 dominant party including UMNO, PPBM, PAS, DAP and PKR. The first one is the United Malay National Organisation, or better known as UMNO. UMNO is one of the Malaysia's largest political party, which they are only represent Malay interests. UMNO has been the federal government of Malaysia since independence in 1957 and has dominated politics, but they lost the general election in 2018. The second party is Malaysian United Indigenous Party, or PPBM. In Malaysia, it is a nationalist political party. From May 2020 until August 2021, the party held the prime ministerial office and the majority of the cabinet position. The party's full membership is limited to Bumiputras. Non-Bumiputras can become associate member of the party, but they are unable to vote or compete in the party election. The third party is PAS, which means Parti Islam Se-Malaysia in Malay. This party represents Malaysian Islamic political party. PAS has powerful support on Peninsular Malaysia's rural, conservative north and east coast, which include Kelantan, Terengganu, Kedah, Johor and Perak. PAS is also the ruling party for the Kelantan state government and the Terengganu state government. The party is led by their president, which is Haji Abdul Hadi Awang. The next party is the Democratic Action Party, or also known as DAP. DAP is a Malaysian political party in the front of multiracial, secular and democratic socialism. After 51 years as an opposition party, Pakatan Harapan won the Malaysian general election in 2018 and became the federal administration. DAP is the biggest party in Malaysia, Dewan Rakyat, as of February 2020. Last but not least is Parti Keadilan Rakyat, or better known as PKR. PKR is a progressive political party in Malaysia. Dr. Wan Azizah Wan Ismail took the party leader until the former Deputy Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim 5-year political ban was lifted on April 2008. While she was the leader, she increased the number of the parliamentary representation from 1 to 31 seats in the 2008 general election. PKR is the second largest member of the Pakatan Harapan coalition, which is took power after the Barisan Nasional Alliance was defeated in the 2018 election.
The strength of UMNO is they are a party that works to support the Malay nation's aspirations in order to preserve the nation's, religion's, country's dignity, status and defend the country's independence and sovereignty. They support and defend the national constitution, the state constitutions and the constitutional monarch. UMNO also defended people's sovereignty and social justice through the adoption of a parliamentary democratic system of government, as well as strengthening the economies of Malays and Bumiputras in particular and Malaysians in general. Last but not least, UMNO also ensured the status of bahasa kebangsaan that is Bahasa Melayu as the single official language and Malay culture-based national culture. They develop interracial collaboration in order to build a strong and united Malaysian nation founded on human rights and the special rights of Malays and Bumiputras. The current president of UMNO is Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid bin Hamidi.
The first party is UMNO. As we know, UMNO is a very strong party that has won the hearts of Malaysians for a long time. Yet, as we know, this party is no longer putting sincere in carrying out their duties as the government. There is a lot of money laundering and corruption going on from all levels of administration in this party. Furthermore, the elderly constitute a significant portion of the party's support base. By electing UMNO, they believe that they will ensure the rights of Malay sovereignty will be strong and unwavering.
The strength of Malay Islamic Party, PAS. Islam is the main policy of the PAS. Islam entails submitting to and obeying Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Obedience and submission are intended to bring Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala's pleasure. PAS, on the other hand, was founded to struggle for the survival in this country of a society and government in which Islamic life values and the law of Hakam are enforced for the pleasure of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Also, defend the sanctity of Islam as well as the country's independence and sovereignty. The next point is to struggle for Islam as Aqidah and Sharia, to make it a political and national guide, and to promote Islamic principles in an endeavor to maintain justice and progress in all domains, including government and administration, economy and social, and also education. Despite difficulties as large as mountains, PAS has never been reluctant to confront them in order to realize Islamic objectives. The current president of PAS is Abdul Hadi bin Awang.
Weakness of PAS is because PAS does not have much influence on social media to attract followers, which make PAS less unknown. Unlike other political parties for which they have a large number of followers on social media, as we know, social media is a medium that has a significant impact on politics. Through social media, they can further expand their political influence and ideology through a video, e-article, e-journal, and the party official website to attract followers. They are on social media. Among the social media sites often used by political parties in Malaysia are Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Telegram. For example, I wish example for followers by another parties like Datuk Seri Najib that has the most significant number of followers on Facebook at 4.6 million and followed by Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad at 3.9 million followers compared to Datuk Seri Tuan Guru Haji Abdul Hadi Awang who has only 225,118 followers. So, if PAS can fix their weakness, they maybe have a bright chance to winning the hearts of people on social media, not just through face-to-face, but also through social media. That's about the weakness of PAS.
Next, the strength of Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia (PPBM) is to uphold the principle that every citizen has the right to succeed by receiving a perfect education through an education system that emphasizes talent development, creativity, innovation, and the practice of noble values, as well as to implement consistent policies and initiatives. This helps us to bridge the gap between urban and rural schooling. Last but not least, they also protect the distinctive status of Malays and indigenous peoples in Sabah and Sarawak, as well as the rights guaranteed by the Federal Constitution to all races. This is done so that there is no discrimination against the Malays in Sabah and Sarawak. When there is no discrimination, they can feel the right to equality with the Malays in the peninsula. Furthermore, through strengthening democratic institutions via comprehensive institutional reform, PPBM maintains the parliamentary democracy system and the idea of separation of powers. The current president of PPBM is Tan Sri Datuk Haji Mahyadin bin Muhammad Yassin, familiarly known as Muhyiddin bin Muhammad Yassin.
Weakness of Parti Pribumi Bersatu Malaysia PPBM is party hopping. Party hopping is the act of politician who holds opposition in a government cabinet, transferring his allegiance to another political party. Party hopping are often associated when a party changes political direction or internal division occur until new parties are formed. So, party hopping is allowed by most countries like Malaysia, but it is banned in some countries such as India and Ukraine. The culture of party hopping has become a phenomenon that increasingly popular among politicians nowadays, especially in Malaysia. Mainly it's to ensure their position in a political party. So, party hopping is popular in Bersatu because many of their members change their parties because of the inconsistent parties management system in Bersatu that causing many politicians who are in their favor to defect and join other parties. Things like this can affect Bersatu in maintaining the stability of the party's internal leadership. For example, based on Asra Awani's official portal date 1 October 2021, 120 Bersatu Putrajaya members left the party and returned to join UMNO. So, we can see here that party hopping is something normally or something that's not new things in Bersatu.
One of the strengths of DAP is their membership is open to all Malaysia regardless of any race, religion, gender, culture and region. DAP is also fighting for justice, democracy, human rights, equal opportunity and legitimate equal right. They also want to bring the people of the country toward peace, prosperity and common prosperity regardless of race, religion, gender and region. These principles are the tenets of the DAP, which fight for the democracy, justice, the rule of the law, fair opportunities, social justice, human rights, good governance and freedom. The AP also fight against corruption, bribery, racism, abuse of power and also human rights restriction.
The next party is TAP. This party failed to establish a party free from racist elements. They overshadowed by the politics of racial polarization. Until now, there are still DAP elected representatives who fail to talk in Malay language fluently. DAP representatives are all Chinese and only represent Chinese majority areas due to lack of support from the Bumiputra community.
Meanwhile, the strength of PKR is they focus more on creating a society with a progressive and united democracy state. They also excel in promoting Malay as the national and official language. In addition, they also guarantee the right of the people to use, to learn and get education in other languages including Mandarin and Tamil. PKR also focuses on developing Malaysian culture and art based on civilization. They also recognize the dignity and role of women as pillar and mover of society, embracing the philosophy of respecting women and ensure that women are free from discrimination and exploitation.
Next is PKR. The problem of this party is that it has a lot of treachery and party jumps due to lack of people trust in the party. In 2018, there is a total of 11 MPs, Representative Parti Keadilan Rakyat (PKR), have declared their withdrawal from the party. So, there are voices who wants to make party jumping a crime that has a canon and should be punished. However, constitutional expert Dr. Abdul Aziz Bari said the proposal to create an anti-party hopping law was also seen as contrary to the concept of parliamentary democracy, especially in a government that adopts the current Westminster system, like Malaysia.
In conclusions, Malaysia's 5 dominant party strengths and weaknesses are easily visible, where each party has strengths and weaknesses that must be addressed if they want to increase their influence and strength in comparison to other parties. Malaysia is one of the countries that has a multi-party system. This is because many parties favor the multi-party system since it enables voters to express their views on public policy via voting for their favorite parties. In order to maintain the dignity and prestige of the race, religion and country, Malaysia's political parties come from a variety of backgrounds such as PAS, which advocate for Islam, and UMNO, which advocate for Malay national ambition in order to maintain the dignity and prestige of the race. And also other parties like DAP, MCI, MAC, PKR and others. Despite the fact that Malaysia has a large number of political parties, none of them can stand on their own as a government unless they work together with the other political parties until they have enough seats to form a government. Even though the parties have several vulnerabilities, they may be overcome via cooperation, like our current government that can stand as a government after PAS, UMNO and Bersatu collaboration as a team. So that's all from us. Thank you.